Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. They'll run with a 2nd-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 38-yard line.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Mike, 53.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Eagles nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know that. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Watch out, watch out. Here we go, in and out.
On first down, it's Cook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Howard on 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Aguilar has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
You got tape. You got tape.
Running with Howard. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offense is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll let this thing go for... That's caught inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On first down, they run with Howard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 1st and goal, Howard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On first down, Wilson setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Now Sanders. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 31, Wentz escaping the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let this go. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 31 on third down. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that.
And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On second and 9, Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Mike, 380. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 12.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
315. Here we go, D. 40. Come again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, incomplete.
Wilson's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take a 17-14 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. It's a second down run with Sanders. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That's it, baby. Go.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Wilson on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing is Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Howard. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wentz now to throw. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? for the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They run it again with Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Eagles on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Wentz to throw again. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll run on first down. Howard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, he's going to let it. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 49 yards to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So the victory here.
Just played better. Whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want.
Oh, I hear you guys talking about Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. Crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
Get it. Ready? 90 Wolf. All right.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, that's that like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Women on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give him too much, then let him leave me. I give him just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
Let's go.
I can get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. We can pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way.
This is it. We are going for gold.
I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer putting on some weight. Getting thick, so I put it on.
Hey, you know what, man? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary?
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.